Welcome to Solar Age, the podcast that shines a light on the path to a brighter, more sustainable future. Join us as we explore the transformative power of technology in creating a solar punk world.
Hey Solarpunk fans, welcome back to Solar Age, and buckle up, because today we're taking a deep dive into precision fermentation.
Sounds pretty intense.
It is. It's a game changer. It could totally revolutionize how we get our food, and maybe even fast forward us to that solarpunk future we all want to live in,
I like where this is going.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
So we've got a ton of research on this, reports, articles, predictions, the whole 9 yards. And trust me, some of this stuff's going to blow your mind.
Give me a teaser.
Okay, get this. One prediction says the U.S. dairy herd could shrink by 90% by 2030 because of this tech.
Whoa, that's huge.
Right. And then there's this company making steaks, real steaks, from fermented soy and wheat. And they're saying these steaks could cost just $5 a pop.
Okay, now I'm really interested. A $5 stick, that's crazy.
Totally. And it gets even wilder. Think designing food like you design software, or a $1 trillion industry built on, well, microscopic helpers.
Okay, you've definitely got my attention. So what exactly is this precision fermentation thing? Lay it on me.
So basically it's using tiny organisms, kind of like when you brew beer.
Ah, okay.
But instead of making beer, they're making specific proteins, the exact same ones that are in, say, milk or meat.
So we're not talking about fake meat, it's the real deal.
Exactly. Identical proteins. Remember how we used to get insulin from animals?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Now we make it with precision fermentation. Same protein, way better process. And the proteins themselves, they aren't genetically modified. It's the microbes that make them. We just kind of tweak those a bit.
Got it. So where does all this fit into the whole solar punk idea?
Oh, everywhere. First off, sustainability. This could slash land use, water consumption, you name it. We're talking way less impact on the planet.
And it's ultimate abundance. We could make way more food, way more affordably, and even create brand new foods that don't even exist in nature yet.
Right. And it's all about using our brains, our tech, to solve big problems. Classic solar punk.
Yeah.
And let's talk dairy.
All right. Bring on the dairy.
So precision fermentation dairy. It's on track to be way cheaper and more sustainable than regular dairy. Way cheaper.
How much you were talking?
Think 100 times less land use.
Yeah.
Maybe 1% of the waste, 5% of the resources. It's nuts. And the crazy thing is, the dairy industry is already hopping on board.
Really? They're embracing this new tech.
Yeah, totally. Companies are already making casein and whey, the milk proteins, through fermentation and selling it to cheesemakers.
So this isn't just a lab experiment. There's actual cheese out there made this way.
Yep. I actually tried some cheese from a company in New Zealand that's doing this. And honestly, it was amazing.
Wow, I'm kind of blown away by this.
I know, right? And think about what this means for a place like New Zealand. Their economy totally revolves around dairy. Could this be their chance to lead the way in a new kind of dairy industry?
Yeah, that's a huge shift. So we've got milk, we've got cheese. What else can we make with this
No,
thing?
you are not ready for this.
Hit me.
Get ready for steak. Seriously, steak. There's this company in Israel, Chunk Foods. They're making real, actual steak through precision fermentation. They're already serving it in steakhouses.
No way. I mean, come on, steak.
Steak. And not just that. Eggs, collagen, even totally new proteins that don't exist naturally, we can design them, from scratch. It's like food as software.
Wait, hold up. Food as software? Break that down for me.
It's we can program in the exact texture, taste, nutrition we want. It's mind-blowing. There's this protein, brazine. It's 1,000 times sweeter than sugar. And guess what? We make it through fermentation.
So guilt-free sweetness, here we come.
Exactly. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I know this might sound kind of sci-fi, but it's all happening right now. And it has huge implications for, well, everything.
This is definitely a lot to process. It's really hitting the fast forward button on sustainability, right? Less land, less water, fewer emissions. It's a total game changer.
Total game changer. And it's straight out of solar punk, right? Tech and nature teaming up to make everything better for everyone.
Yeah, totally. And think about food security. We can make sure everyone has good food no matter where they live or how much money they have. No more food deserts.
Exactly. It's rewriting the rules of what's possible with food. And remember that guy, Tony Seba, the disruption expert?
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
He says we're already in phase 1 of this whole disruption thing. Companies are making these precision fermentation ingredients, selling them to other food companies.
So it's already happening kind of behind the scenes.
Exactly. But Seba says in the next few years, things are going to get wild. We'll see more complex proteins, even meat, all made with this tech. And get this, they'll be priced the same as regular meat.
Whoa, okay, so like in a few years, I could be at the store deciding between regular steak and like a fermentation steak.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what chefs do with this. Like, imagine the crazy dishes they'll come up with.
Yeah, that's gonna be insane. And think about like what it means for health. We could design foods with specific nutrients, like personalized nutrition for everyone.
Right. It's like your own personal chef and nutritionist all rolled into one, thanks to like microscopic bacteria.
It's kind of wild when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
But it's not just about us, right? It's about like whole communities.
Oh, totally. Think about the jobs, the new businesses that will pop up around this. It could revitalize like whole communities.
Yeah.
It all starts with the food we eat, and then it like ripples out and changes everything.
And that's like pure solar punk. Right. Using tech to build a better world for everyone.
Absolutely. And that's where you come in, Solar Age listeners. We want to hear what you think about all this. Does it get you excited, worried? Do you see it as part of our solar punk future? Hit us up in the comments. Let's have a conversation.
It's not just, experts deciding stuff. It's all of us figuring this out together, building this future.
And it's kind of amazing, right? Like, just changing what we eat could have this huge impact. More sustainable food, a healthier planet, better communities, the whole shebang.
And it all starts with being, curious, open to new ideas. Like,
Yeah.
Remember when having a computer in your pocket was crazy?
Now we can't live without them.
Exactly. We're always pushing the limits, and precision fermentation is like a perfect example of that. Our brains coming up with awesome solutions.
So as you're going about your day, think about this stuff, How could precision fermentation change your life?
Maybe you try some of those new foods or talk to your friends about it, or even like look into jobs in this whole new field. There are so many ways to be part of this.
And hey, maybe one of you listening right now will be the one to come up with the next big thing like food tech. You never know.
So that's precision fermentation, a glimpse into a potential future of food and a big step toward that solar punk world we're all striving for.
Keep those solar punk dreams alive, folks. Stay curious and keep exploring the world. See you next time.
If you enjoyed this episode of The Solar Age, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell button so you won't miss any future episodes. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below about what resonated with you, or share any ideas you'd like us to explore in upcoming episodes. Let's keep the conversation about a brighter future going.